Hey,
Hello.
ladies. How's everybody doing today?
Good. How are you? It's so good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done one of these. I feel like it's been a while since all three of us have been in the
Yes.
same in the same group. So it's nice to see you three ladies, and you all look beautiful as always.
Aw, thank you, Jess. You look gorgeous.
Thank you. I'm loving the red lip.
Thanks. I think red lips, on a winter day is just, it's the safe choice, to be quite honest. When you're not feeling it, just pop a red lip, a little bit of eyeliner. Obviously, this isn't just a red lip and eyeliner, but you know what I'm saying.
You know, yeah.
Jess said she woke up like this, and honestly, I believe it.
I woke up with a red lip and eyeliner. That's just naturally how we do it. I'm not doing that. That's how it happens. No. But we want to thank absolutely everybody for joining us on Girl Let's Agree to Disagree. Just what we do every week. If this is your first time watching us, if you know someone who would like this show, click like and subscribe. Smash that notification bell. Share it with your friends. Like and give us a cute little comment. We'd love to hear from you all. We all thank you for hopping on this call with us every week, every Tuesday. I don't even know what day I live in. Seriously, I'm like every Tuesday after the Bachelorette. Yeah, after the Bachelorette, and follow us on all of our handles, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff, and. On Thursday, Thursday at 8, we will start our Challenge 36 recaps that we're really, really excited to do.
I've never watched the challenge. This will be my first season. Yep.
You've never seen the challenge?
I've never watched the challenge. This is my first season.
Okay. This is great. I love it. This makes me even more excited, Hannah.
I just don't know, like, if you've never seen the challenge, like, what have you been watching?
Well, recently I've been binging the old seasons that just came up on Netflix of Are You the One?
Okay. Are You the One is good.
Classic.
MTV like knows how to put together a show. I will say that because I've never seen season 1 of Are You the One, but season 3 especially, I loved season 3 of Are You the One.
Season 1 is the one that I just finished re-binging, because I watched it when I was younger. There was a girl from like 2 towns over who I knew from like small town West Tennessee who had been on there. I didn't know her personally, but of course everyone knew of her. And so it just made me so nostalgic for like 2014 times and like the 2014 style and everything. But I'm very excited about the challenge. Ovi loves the challenge, and he says that I'm going to love it too. So I'm excited.
Yeah. You're going to love it. I've been watching the challenge since I was literally in like 5th, 6th grade. Like I came in like tail end of like
I started watching the challenge when it was not the challenge and it was Real World versus Road Rules, because that's how it kind of originated. So old school. I mean, I haven't watched all of them, but so obviously there's things that we're probably not gonna understand. I think between Kemi and I, maybe we would be able to put some things together. And you all whoever watches it in the chats, if anybody who's going to follow us, if they watch it as well, there's a lot of new Big Brother people that are going to be on it and Survivor people. So we're going to be able to see it. It's going to be awesome.
I just wanted to say, I see everyone asking about Billion. Thank you guys so much. He's great. He's just like laying around being lazy. Thank you guys so much. He was, dogs are just, I feel like because I don't have a kid, I treat Billion like he's like my firstborn. So
absolutely, he should, as he should.
Yes. So like I just get scared anytime he even if he just doesn't drink his water enough, I'm like, oh my God, do I need to give him a bottle? So thank you guys so much for asking. He's doing great.
Yeah. Oh, Hannah, I don't know if you knew, but Billion wasn't feeling so well last week, so we had to kind of cut it short. So.
I totally get that. Mowgli's first year of life, we probably took that dog to the vet like twice a month for just random crap that he would act like he was sick, and then by the time we got there, he was fine. And it just so I totally get it. I get the being overprotective of them and worrying about every move that they make.
Just wait until you guys have children. It's gonna get 10 times worse. But let's get on with with the show. Thank you everybody for joining us again. This week is literally the week before hometowns. Obviously, we left last week with it being a choice between Bennett and Noah. Obviously, that little tension that they have, and I already know how you feel about Bennett because you tweeted it. We tweeted. How can you tell everybody how you truly feel about Bennett?
I have mixed feelings. I think that I wanted to like Bennett, and I think at the beginning I did, but I realized that I think I was just jumping on the bandwagon, and that I actually think that he's kind of an asshole. Like
He is a little bit.
He really just rubs me the wrong way, and like I genuinely don't think that he recognizes the way that he comes across, and I don't think that he like sees it, which is almost worse for someone who is like saying that they're so well versed in like emotional intelligence, and he doesn't see how like condescending he sounds constantly.
I like that.
I just don't. I don't know.
But I do agree. He is like, he's very pompous, like very, very, very pompous. And I think he's one of those people who's like, he's just I don't want to say he's a prick because like, I might meet him in person one day, but he is a little bit of a prick, So I feel like he's one of those people who just needs to realize that not everyone prioritizes the same things that he does. Like, it doesn't mean that someone isn't as smart or isn't as like emotionally intelligent or isn't as like regal or whatever. They just might not care. Like, he might like the going to museums and like old world science, and someone else might want to just like, go to the mall and hang out. And that doesn't mean that they're less of a person than you are.
Yes, I think that's what bothers me the most about him. That's a good way to put it. Is like, I think he just thinks that he gives off a general sense of like thinking that he's better than other people. He's just very pompous, and like you said, like just because you like things like that doesn't inherently make you like more sophisticated or more intelligent. And I feel like the people that talk about it all the time are not very sophisticated or intelligent. But anyways,
2 episodes ago when he was spelling a whole bunch of words wrong. Like, that's what I heard.
I don't know if it's a saying because it's not. Maybe it's just more of a stereotype. Obviously we all know that he is someone who went to Harvard and typically
like looking some credentials. Honestly.
Yeah, typically book smarts, and it's very it's not very often you get book smarts and street smarts. So it's kind of like he's a book smart guy. He might be in a couple of different ways. What?
You're looking at two cases of that.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I was regarding men. I was talking about men in general.
I want to know if this man has to be a legacy.
Oh,
he's got to be a legacy. Like,
gotta be a legacy. Yeah.
There's just no way he's not.
However, the case, I think it was really hilarious how he was talking to Tayshia. Obviously, you could see by the look on Tayshia's face, she's not having it. Like, the look on her face was staying the whole way through. She's like looking at him like, are you questioning me? Are you questioning my intelligence? Are you questioning my intentions? I was living for the whole moment.
You know what's funny? Tayshia's someone who is very, obviously on at all times. She wears her emotions on her face. Like, it's just it's an interesting juxtaposition that she's so like turned on at all, but she cannot or chooses not to like hide her emotions. I think it's hilarious because usually when someone's one, they're not the other.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, honestly. And that's something that, like, I feel like women were told all the time, like, you need to hide your emotions and blah, blah, blah. But, like, sometimes people say things that are really out of pocket and, like, you shouldn't hide your emotions. I honestly, like, I think it's a good thing sometimes. And I like knowing what she's thinking in the moment.
Yeah.
I feel like it helps the guys too, like, read when they've, like, kind of messed up.
Read the
I think it's
room.
a good thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, you guys can definitely keep talking because I feel like I'm lagging a little bit. So I'm gonna try to figure out if it's on my side, but we can just keep talking. You guys can hear me okay, can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, my big thing about Tayshia is I feel like we're seeing a level of maturity that we don't, I mean, I don't want to say that we don't typically see in Bachelorettes because obviously, like, Becca was great. We just, Hannah was very expressive. As Hannah, I guess.
I liked Hannah, but you do have a point.
I like Hannah. I like her for an entertainment value.
Yeah.
If I was a guy, I think if I was a guy looking for a wife, I think I would probably go the route of Becca or Tayshia.
Rachel too. I feel like her season she handled very well too.
Yeah, so I think Hannah, I like her as a person. I would love to be friends, well, I mean, whatever. But like, I think, Tayshia brings something a little bit different to the table. Same with like Claire. She's a little scattered for me. You know. So I think I just enjoy seeing Tayshia shut things. I'm a big Tayshia fan. So she just shut me down. I love it.
I feel like Tayshia is what we thought we were going to get with Claire. Like, to me, Tayshia is like, she's a good mixture. Like, we saw her like really fun, crazy side on Bachelor in Paradise, but like, she's really, like, Ovi and I were talking about this when we were watching, like, she's really put on, like, I feel like this serious kind of like jacket as she's like been the lead for this. Like, you can tell she's taking it really seriously and she's not putting up with stuff, but she's also not like being over dramatic about the things that she's like doing and saying in the way that I think Claire was. And so I appreciate that about her. I think she's like the mixture of like mature and not dealing with stuff in the way that we thought Claire was going to be, but when it was just like a whole other level of that.
Yeah, and I also think that it just left me. I hate it when that happens. Mid-sentence, I completely forgot what I was going to say.
Oh my God, you're fine. We can come back to it. But that happens, and then we've got essentially Bennett ends up getting sent home. Spoiler alert, but Bennett gets sent home, and it's really strange, honestly. Like, I wasn't on here last week, and I don't know if you guys talked about this, but I feel like that's a theme in Tayshia'S seasons. In her season so far, is it seems like the guys are very like
blindsided.
Like, they say both Easy last week and then him tonight, they were both like, is this really happening? Like, are you serious? And I feel like they don't say that a lot. Like, they were very confused that was happening. And so I just thought that was interesting. Like, their departure was weird.
I feel like Easy was genuinely confused. I think that Bennett's confusion goes back to his personality. Like, I think he thought there was no way that I, Bennett, am going home and no one.
It's lack of self-awareness.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I was surprised that she sent Bennett home over Noah too. Like, and I do think that this is what I was going to say that I originally forgot. Like, I do think that there's a certain level of, production's hand keeping Noah there. I guess he's entertaining. I don't know.
I'm sorry I had to put this up. This is exactly what happened. Bean, you are absolutely correct. This is exactly what happened with Bennett. He was not having it. He was not accepting. He was not conceding at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, I like Bennett. I think he's entertaining. I think that if they're gonna keep someone for entertainment value, it should be Bennett over Noah. Like, I mean, come on. But you know, you never know.
I agree with that. You know what the thing is that with Tayshia, you see it like I think it's that she's so charming and she's so really there with you. Like she's giving all of these men this individual attention and this like, yeah, and obviously she's gorgeous. It's like she's not giving those vibes of like, I really can't stand you and you give me the ick. She's gonna treat every guy with that sort of respect and that charm and that like Tayshia I don't know what it's called. I think she needs her own show called like Time with Tayshia or something like that because it's like everybody wants their time with Tayshia. It's always kind of like giving everybody their due time, and she's like so genuinely like in it that everybody just.
She's a bachelorette. Like she makes everyone feel heard, feel seen, feel like you know she's giving them an honest chance, and you gotta love that. You gotta love that. Because obviously that's exactly what was lacking in Claire because the only one who felt that was Dale.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so that she didn't give Bennett. She didn't give she walked Bennett out, but she also didn't give Noah the rose. So not right there, which I thought was great because it shows you that she's taking it seriously.
Yes. Because he didn't deserve it. But next up.
So moving on.
So now you
after that.
7. So now you have final 7 and then the group date. And lo and behold, it's a polygraph test. Yay!
No. She has the one-on-one with Zach before that. Doesn't she?
No, yeah. Zach got a one-on-one? No.
Late.
Oh my God, you guys! I watched last week's episode today. Never mind.
I was like, wait, what? No, it was the group date, and Zach was part of the group date because he was part of one of the guys that that got polygraphed. So, ladies,
so weird.
Is this a great? This was my y'all already know that this was my favorite moment because you know the whole Ben this whole little one-on-one time that she had with Ben was really like I loved it because he's
very cute. Ben looked very handsome. Like I don't remember which one of you is like Team Ben. Oh, okay. I never really saw it. I was, you know, he definitely, especially him getting naked. I like you already know how I felt about that. Like I was not for it. You look very handsome tonight.
You just need to follow him on Instagram and you will understand. Oh my God, that man.
I don't follow him on Instagram, but thank you for that suggestion.
He's a worthy follow.
He was actually the one-on-one date after the group date. So he wasn't part of the group date, but who was there was like Riley. We had
Ivan and
Brendan. There was a handful of individuals. How do you? I mean, like in here, we find out that one of your faves, right? Was Kemi? Is Zach one of your favorites?
No, I am not. Yeah, that's Hannah.
Zach is one of your favorites too. I can't. Like he just gives me.
Hannah got a handful though. Like Hannah, like Brendan, Ben, Zach. Who else?
Brendan, Ben, Zach, and Ivan. That's my top 4. I also honorable mention Riley. I do like Riley too.
I love Riley so much.
Riley. Ivan and Ben
for me.
I mean, Ben for me all the way. I think Ben should just like take it. I mean, it is what it is. But Ivan's an honorable mention on that end. And but what do you feel about the lie detector though? Like, is this something
stupid?
And do you ask them?
Don't lie detectors only work if you answer yes or no. Like they were giving full sentences, so I was like, "What is this?"
I loved when Riley too, since he's an attorney, he was like, yeah, I don't ever let my clients take these because they're not true. Like they're not accurate at all. And it was so funny because like I know that it's a show and you have to lean into it, but it was like Tayshia when when they would answer and it would be, you know, like a false or whatever, she'd be like, and it's just like they're just not. Why is JoJo Fletcher like monitoring this lie detector test? It's just so funny. But anyways, it was a cute little date, I guess. I mean, they're at a resort and they can't go anywhere, so
yeah.
So you think about it, like the only thing that was good out of this was like, well, you and she takes it too. She says that she's falling in love with men on the show. It confirms, and then she also confirms that that she's falling in love with like a few people. So quite.
But who do we think these multiple people are? It's definitely Brendan. Like that's
Brendan.
So clear.
I think definitely Ben. I have to like
well.
Brendan, Ben, Zach.
No. So something that she said that reminded me a lot of Rachel's season was and this is fast forward, but like she said that she was scared of Ben because he was almost a little too perfect. And I know how some women like get turned off by that sometimes because you're like, you're too good to be true, and that scares the crap out of me. And so therefore I'm very hesitant. And I think Rachel was like that with her fiance, because she had mentioned that too on her season, that it just seemed
because you're waiting for the ball to drop.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of. But I mean, do you guys feel that that's a possible thing? Like to be in love with
I don't know that Ben would be the one that I would think is too good to be true. Like I don't know if he's the one.
You're a hater, Cami. I think
she is a hater.
Wait a minute. No, because he has a lot of baggage. Like someone who's too good to be true typically doesn't have significant baggage. So
but he is somebody who has, I mean, baggage, I guess, but he's like definitely worked through it. Like you talked about being in therapy. He's a grown man who's, you know, taken the initiative to be in therapy and things like that. It seems like he's worked through it. So that to me seems too good to be true, because I feel like a lot of grown men don't work on their shit. Like I don't know. I like him. I'm team him, and will defend him.
Okay, Miss Amaya says, I know for a fact that the men she was referencing was Zach, Brendan, and Ben at least. So you're right, Hannah.
I am right.
She's like, I am right. Yes, I am.
I don't know why Zach. Like, maybe it's just me. I don't see it. I don't.
The Zach one is a little off-putting for me as well. I'm not quite understanding the Zach thing.
Why?
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I like him. He's a good person. His life has had purpose. He's done good things for the world, and he's cute.
Is he?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like, I don't expect a man to be perfect, obviously, but I feel like this season, Tayshia has had a lot of men with a ton of baggage. I think
so. Here's my thing. Sorry, not to cut you off, Jess, but like,
no, go for it.
To me, Zach doesn't seem genuine. I don't know what it is, but he's giving me, it's giving like, I have a story to tell. Very similar to someone on our season, Jessica, who had a story to tell and wanted to tell it. So that's what I feel like I look for that. So, and I think
God, my brain is not even working. I don't even know who the fuck we're talking about from your season.
Oh, it's someone who lives or used to live quite close to you. Shares an accent.
Oh, that story.
Yes.
You know. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So there is, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just not a fan.
It just doesn't make sense to me, to be quite honest. I just as much as I Yeah.
You
I'm
can
not a fan
dislike
of Noah either. I think.
Oh, I don't like Noah either. I don't like, there's just nothing, I don't dislike Noah. Like, I don't think he's a bad person. I just don't care anything about him being on the show anymore. Like, there's just no interest in that for me. But like, I don't think the guys this season have any more baggage per se than any of the last seasons. I think that they just are like actually talking about things, and like whether or not that's of their own accord, or whether it's producers really pushing them to talk about these things, if they're like traumas of their life, I don't know. But they're definitely talking about it. And everybody has shit. Like, I guarantee you these guys from like past seasons have had things like this happen before with them. They just haven't talked about it. I feel like the producers, the odds that we have so many guys on one season who are just itching to talk about like trauma, I think are really low. I think that the producers are probably really encouraging them to talk about like these issues or whatever, so that the like show can seem more like deep than it was.
I agree, especially since this is supposed to be like the mature Bachelorette season that we were supposed to get with Claire. They probably went in with that mindset, like, all right, you guys, we're giving depth this season. Like, okay, you guys, you know, it's X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, the Wolf Show. That Keisha says it like she thinks that the fact that Zach has had a few red flags and Tayshia is still going for him, and she's like, I mean, and it's true because she said that she literally said, "I am falling in love with you." So we know that Zach is one of the confirmed guys. That with Kemi's look on her face, it's just like priceless.
I don't know. I see so much of myself in Tayshia that, like, I know if I don't want something for myself, I definitely don't want it for Tayshia.
You know, so. Bennett had that. Bennett had that same thought process. He's like, he just couldn't believe that someone like Noah could, you know, that Tayshia could look at someone like Noah, and given the lack of emotional intelligence that he had, 3 out of 4, you know, that Tayshia could ever be with him. You know, I feel that way for her too. I mean, no, it's I think I saw in the comments too. Someone said, did anybody feel like Ben having attempted, you know, twice, you know, to take his life, if that was something as someone you were dating and just getting to know, would that have anything to do with your decision on whether you were going to keep someone or not?
I don't think so.
This happened really early on because he said it was in 2018. So this wasn't even like 2 years ago.
I don't think so. I think that, I mean, everybody's different and everybody like has struggles with like mental health in a different way. But absolutely. Like, it kind of goes back to like what we talked about. Like, he openly says like he's actively in therapy. He's actively doing things to work on that. Like, if he were not, and he were not, you know, taking steps to, you know, help himself with that, then I think that would be different. But I don't think it's a red flag for somebody to have like suicide attempts or anything like that, especially if they've, you know, that means that he's been in therapy for like a year, and that's a long time that you can really get a lot of like recovery done. So I don't think that it wouldn't turn me off, but everybody's different. So
yeah, it wouldn't even be like, I feel like everyone has their different paths in life, and I don't know. I don't even think that's something that like I would want to get to know more about that person and like what brought them to that point. And like, I hope this isn't bad to say, but like, I hope that would make me want to like learn more about the person. I feel like it would make me not like them more, but I would feel more invested in them. Like, even if it was just like a friendship, because it's like, you really opened up about that, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think it was really huge, honestly, for him to have been like talking about this on essentially a first date, like a first real date. Like, I can't imagine how hard that would have been to like say that on national television, especially it's not something that happened 10 years ago. Like we said, this happened like a year or two ago. And so I don't know. I think it's really respectable too for him to have been able to like to talk about that on there too. I think that shows maturity. But anyways,
I agree.
That might get him an Instagram follow from me. Not how you know how hot you guys think he is.
He is also very hot, but
yeah. I mean, we'll say that to say the least. After this group date, she goes and she does the rose ceremony, right? So she we have this final 7 now. There were a few people she didn't give the rose to. Dude, what's his name? The really annoying one, who was kind of giving us fighting with Joseph.
Spencer?
I forget. No.
No, it wasn't Spencer.
Let me know.
Ed.
Yes, Ed. So she gets rid of Ed. Mm-hmm. He gets rid of Damar.
And
the other.
I like Damar.
Me too. I really liked Damar too, but I was like, oh, sadly enough.
I feel like he was one of those that could have like maybe on another season or something like could have been a bigger personality or like a bigger like player in the game, but we just didn't get to see a lot of him. Maybe we'll see him on Paradise or something.
I was gonna say, I think he will really like shine in Paradise.
He's so cute and he just seems so sweet.
You know who else I think is going to shine if there is time for him to go on Paradise is anesthesiologist Joe.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I know you guys are laughing, but I watched it. I'm like absolutely in love with this dude because he is such a genuine good guy. And he was talking after the fact, like after the rose, he was talking about how he just wants to find somebody, and his choice is Brendan. Like he had this big bromance with Brendan, and he like loves him, so he like really hopes that happens. But anesthesiologist, don't snooze on an anesthesiologist.
That money, honey.
Can we talk about why is Blake still there?
I don't know.
I've never seen them talk. When are they talked? Like, I know there's
zero. He has had zero scripts in the past 3 episodes.
Like he was such a bigger player in like the first part with Claire or whatever, but like I feel like we have not seen him or Tayshia connect at all, and he's also like not in any of these fights or anything. So like I don't know why producers would keep him there. I just don't understand. Like, I don't get it at all.
Yeah, it's like he's eating chips and just watching things happen. Like, it's like he's just constantly sitting on the couch. That's
and
what I
molding penises out of their little clay group date, which is weird to me, but whatever.
Well, I mean,
so Joe may be the first.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Bean.
I
1,000%
so here for that. Like, can I just say, like, between Joe possibly being the first Asian bachelor, and then also for whoever is a challenge fan, I don't know if you watched the like preview episode that aired last night, Nam, because I don't think the challenge has ever had an Asian guy on there. Not that I've seen. I don't remember. Not that if they have,
but not fully. He was mixed. I'll get back to you on that. I'll do my thing and I'll tell you on Thursday. But I know there is. I know there was.
I don't remember if he. Either way, like I'm living for the diversity that is coming into the
Can you see me now?
Love it.
Oh, shit.
Anyways,
How does it feel that?
just wanted to say.
No, I agree with that. And I mean, I definitely think that Joe can do it. He can be the next bachelor after, what's his name? Mike?
Matt. Mike.
I keep on calling him Mike. I don't know why I keep calling him Mike.
No, I
This is
didn't
like the
realize.
first time I call him Mike.
Neither.
I did. Everybody say hi, Obi.
I told him to move. He was about to change. I was like, wait.
I don't. Hold on.
Obi said you guys are gonna have to pay money. That's our live plus edition.
Only family.
Especially because there's a mirror right behind you. It's like,
I know. I know.
yeah, but yeah. If Joe is the next Bachelor, I would be I would be over the moon. I think he deserves it. Anywho, but so we're done with the cupcakes. You're giving roses. She gets rid of her 3, right? One of them being Ed, and one of them being Damar, and over Noah, like she keeps Noah.
Spencer really like fell off after that was so strange to me because he was like her first impression one. I don't know if you guys talked about that while I was talking to him, but like he was her first impression rose, and then I feel like we never saw anything about him after at all. Like I feel like he just fell off so much. I can't believe like him and Damar and them like they got the boot instead of Blake and Noah. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Well, we're also saying that
That's exactly what I thought. Like, there's no way it's anything other than this, because if Tayshia'S saying she wants like a man and wants maturity, like the bottom of the totem pole of that is Noah. Like he's literally, I don't like want, like he's literally like the Jordan Kimball of this season. So,
oh God.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. I think that is definitely a production call. There's nobody wants to see Noah. I mean, we'll just keep it at that, because after that we have this Ben. Was this after or before? I keep on forgetting. The Ben date already. Was that before or after this rose?
I believe it was after.
Yeah. So they already did, they already did this. Ben's date was just, I didn't understand it at all. Like JoJo, I don't know if JoJo really like put this date together. If so, I'm so sorry, JoJo. Like you fail immensely, because I had no idea what this date was about. And all they did was ride scooters and go from clue to clue to clue to get to the last clue that meant absolutely nothing. So like, what was the clue for? For the bottle of champagne that was there for them to sit down and like cheers? I
feel like they really struggled with like they have been spoiled. They've been spoiled with years and years and years of being able to like just ship them off to some amazing, beautiful country and really not put much thought into what they were gonna do. Yeah. And now it was like, oh shit, we have to be creative. Like, and I feel like that was, and I'm sure it's a hard job, but this one was weird. It was just kind of off the wall to me, but
I don't mean to come off aggressive when I talk about how much I hate that date. But when you're talking about Bachelorette history and the fact that they're stuck in a hotel, and by now she should have been somewhere in Fiji or in the Maldives or somewhere beautiful with a waterfall, like making out with dudes like in the rainforest. The fact that you're having clues to nothing,
you make a good point, because if she was making out with Ben under a waterfall in the Maldives after getting off one of those water gliding planes, I might even like him more.
You know what? Amaya in the comments makes a good point, because I also agree. I haven't been reading the spoilers about Matt's season, but just from the premiere, I think the resort or whatever that they're at looks a lot more glamorous. I think it's in the New England kind of area or whatever, but the vibe of it just already looks a lot more like Bachelorette-esque. I feel like they should have filmed Tayshia'S season at like the Biltmore or something in North Carolina. Like
yet again.
This LaQuinta just isn't working for me. It all looks cheap. I'm sorry. Like
the Love Island Las Vegas villa looked more romantic than where the hell we're at right now. To be quite honest, it's just so depressing, and please, because Ben is one of my favorite guys. Yes, I'm gonna want more than piñatas and clues for him. Like why couldn't he get fireworks? Why couldn't he get the Ferris wheel? I'm gonna like boycott right now. That's it. But
well, I guess he didn't need all of that.
No, he actually
didn't. He didn't. Their date went really well.
It did. It went well. He got the rose. I mean, he really kind of, showed out once he was talking about, what he's gone through. And so I think that that's what she needed. And so, fast forward. Now we're waiting for Bennett, because Bennett ends up coming in it, and he's
coming back.
Yeah, his name's Bennett, and he's all up in it.
And Bennett tells her that he's in love with her, and I was just like, "What the?"
I thought that his speech was so sweet, though. I thought it was so sweet. I thought he was so genuine. Like,
Wait, are you serious?
Yes.
What?
Oh, God, no.
Yes, man is securing his spot on Bachelor in Paradise. That's all he was doing.
You guys, don't you believe in love?
Not that
one. Not him. Sorry.
This is an open heart for Bennett the way it is open for Ben.
They've had no time together at all. You do not love this girl.
That
you
know of.
I think what it was is that his pride was hurt, and he really needed that closure. He needed something to grasp onto.
You know what? You guys might be right, because I was just about to say, he said that she had no duty to respond or anything. He just wanted to let her know. And I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. But I had someone pull that stuff on me recently. You have no duty to respond. Don't feel obligated. And I knew it was manipulation. So
I think he just couldn't handle not having the last word, or, not being able to give his thought out, calculated version of what he wants to say, because he was so off guard in the last ending or whatever, that he didn't get to share the put together version of his goodbye. And so this was his ending to his story.
The car moment where you get your Bachelor in Paradise audition.
Yes, and he wasn't prepared, so he had to have another try. Yeah. So yeah. I think that Tayshia genuinely was kind of into him a little bit or whatever. He is charming. I will give him that. He's a very attractive dude, and he gives off that I've got my life together vibe or whatever, until you talk to him, and then you talk to him, and it's
What is his occupation?
A wealth management manager. So what I'm assuming he does is take interest from other people's earnings and just chill. Honestly.
Yeah, probably investments into other people's stocks and stuff.
Gotcha. Listen, with the way COVID's set up, I might hit him up for some advice to try investing and stuff, because honestly. But
Lord.
You guys definitely probably changed my mind on that, because I did think he was genuine. I was like, oh, this is so sweet.
Absolutely not. I think it's sweet. I think it's sweet that you thought that was real.
Well, it's not sweet because naivete, in my opinion, is just never like, I don't like it around me. Like, I like to be in the know. So I'm kind of disappointed in myself for even falling for that. Never again.
Yeah. He's just like we said before, he's not conceding. He did not lose. You know, he was not rejected. This is just, you know, he's recounting. He's doing all that good stuff. You know, he's like, I'm getting in it. And the cool thing is that Tayshia.
I was cackling at that already. Oh my god.
Look, at this point, the fact that Tayshia didn't send him on his merry way, like, because the look on her face the first time was just of utter disgust. And now she's just kind of like, let me think about this. It's like, girl.
No, you could tell she was over it. Because when he tried to lean in for that kiss, she was like, no. You could tell she was trying to keep it together.
Absolutely.
Up until that point, and then he leaned in for the kiss, and she was like,
you tried it.
No.
She did say, she was like, no, you tried it. You're not getting anywhere with that.
She was like, nice try.
So
I loved it.
So this is how the show ends. So now we know that we have a final date with Blake, right? Blake has the final date card. So we have the men next week. It's a double episode, back-to-back days. One is the Men Tells All, which I'm really. Is anybody else wondering why so early? It's not usually this early, is it?
I'm wondering why they showed Noah there. So
I know, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
I guess they were like, yeah, well, no, everyone knows he doesn't have a fucking chance, so
right.
whatever.
Yeah. Bean right now is literally making me cackle like the whole episode. Thank you, Bean, because he's talking about Tayshia did not take him back. He would have taken the case to the Supreme Court, and I agree. Oh gosh, it's always Maya, you need to come on the show and be our historian fact checker, because girl, you are constantly giving us right information at the right time. You need to be on every show, babe. You do.
Yeah, if it's always the 10th episode, that makes sense. I think it's just that we usually have had more time with The Bachelorette at this point, and because of the whole transition, we just didn't.
Yeah, so that's a good way to look at it, Hannah. You're right, because I'm still thrown off. I still think it's way too early, but then we forget that Claire had the first 4 episodes, so it just feels like it's still so early. Correct. But yeah, so we know that Blake still has a date, right? Which who wants to make bets? I think she's definitely not giving him a rose. Who do we feel now, closing things up, who do we feel is Tayshia going to take to hometowns?
Brendan, Ben, Zach, Ivan. Period.
I love Ivan. Okay, so you guys know what the mirror exposure effect is, right? I feel like that is what's going on with Brendan for me. Like, at first, I didn't really think much of him. I just thought he was there. Like, I didn't think he was unattractive. I didn't think he was that attractive. But he keeps showing up on my Discover page on Instagram because I keep interacting with all this Bachelor content. And the more I see him, the more I'm like, oh, you're kind of cute. And then Hannah won't stop. I mean, honestly, Obi should be worried.
No, he shouldn't.
But like, you know, I feel like the more I see him, the more attractive he gets. And then the more I start to like him on the show. And then the more I'm like, why aren't they showing more of the Brendan and Tayshia story? But they pan to his face a lot, but I feel like we don't get a lot of like Brendan Tayshia time.
Here's my thing with Brendan. I adore him, but I don't trust him. And I think that he is flaky. I don't think he's ready to be in anything, and not just because of the lie detector thing, but because of like kind of the way that he responded after it. Like, I don't think he's ready for marriage again or anything like that. And I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like Tayshia is more invested in him than he is in her.
Also, a divorcee, because I know that so Brendan and Zach are both divorced, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Look at this, Amaya with the tea, girl. We need you on. He said, Amaya, Brendan is still talking to his ex, not his ex-wife, but his ex before the show. So no, I don't trust him either. And to that, I will take a sip.
I don't want to believe it. But I think Brendan is the one that's like the too good to be true. I think it's him.
Wow. Yeah. Well, we will definitely be able to see that. I mean, obviously, we know Blake ain't getting shit. So, I love me some Canadians. I really do.
Canadians.
But it does not do Canadians any favor.
I forgot they let Canadians on this show.
I forgot they did too.
Not like that. I just mean has a Canadian ever won? Like you're really gonna let a Canadian onto the show in Trump's America? Just gonna
Caitlin Bristow's Canadian.
Yeah,
I know. It's like we're already having drama with like immigration and all that, and y'all are gonna let them come through.
Claire's ex, Claire's ex-fiance Benoit is Canadian.
They always have Canadians on the show. Like from the last season, the girl who dances with the wine, I forget what her name is. She's Canadian.
Not Hannah. What's her name?
I don't know.
Who was crying last season.
Yeah, but they always have Canadian. They always have at least one Canadian. I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised that they constantly allow this. I mean, who is at the World Bank or wherever letting this happen? Like, doesn't America like constantly complain about immigration? And now they're like, I just don't get it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean,
they don't.
Well, it's going to be an interesting one. What we're going to do next week is still have our recap at regular time Tuesday, and we'll be able to recap both the Men Tell All and the episode before Hometowns, right? Because this would be not the hometown dates. Would we see the hometown dates on Tuesday?
I think so.
Or maybe the hometown dates. We hope to see the hometown dates. I mean, I think that we're going to have a great amount to talk about next week. We'll be make sure we jot down all our notes for what is to come on Monday and Tuesday. Is there any last words that we want to say before shutting everything down?
Yeah, just a reminder, you guys, we will be back on Thursday to recap the challenge. The challenge premieres tomorrow night. We are going to be recapping the challenge on Thursdays at 8 p.m. That way we can have some fun challenge guests come on and talk to you all about things that weren't shown on the show, etc., etc. So if you're a challenge fan, or if you have nothing to do and you want to become a challenge fan, definitely tune in Wednesday night, and then also tune in to us Thursday night.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially since Hannah has not watched the season. That means we're definitely going to be talking and giving some tea prior to everything. And that's going to be like the best time to watch because, yeah, why not? We can just give you all the tea on everybody. And then we also know people who have either been on the challenge or friends with people on the challenge. So that'd be a good time for us to also bring back in our co-hosts and like other people to interview. Fingers crossed that we have some people kind of lined up. So that'll be every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tell me, Hannah, anything else that you want to just tell people other than to click like and subscribe, hit the smash bell and the notification so that you know when we're going to be on? Tell me.
Well, I am doing a very fun giveaway tomorrow on my Instagram. So check it out around noon tomorrow if you'd like to win any free goodies for the holiday season.
Absolutely. How about you, Kemi? Hannah, dear?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties there for a little bit. No fun giveaways or anything going on for me. I'm just excited for the challenge and to start watching that and have yet another show that I get addicted to. So
this one's gonna be a great one because
Yeah, they have a good cast this season.
we do.
I have too many shows that I'm watching right now though, because I've got this and now the challenge, and I've been watching Sequester. So I've got too many shows on my plate, but that's better than not enough.
I tell people all the time. So that's what I was gonna say. Thank you, Hannah. Like, I set up my YouTube channel. Finally, set up my YouTube channel. Yay! I currently have like 32 subscribers. So I literally just said, okay, I'm just gonna do this. I start tomorrow with a live haircut. Like, I'm literally going live at 1 p.m. with a virtual hairstylist, and I'm going live to show you how I'm gonna cut my hair with this virtual hairstylist directing me. So if I mess up, and that's it. Y'all see me totally mess up my whole hair. Or if you're interested in seeing how the virtual hair cuttery thing works, I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know that you can like hire a hairstylist and to have her to direct you to cut your own hair. So like, this is like a good time for people to kind of, if they were ever thinking about something like that, especially during, COVID and the pandemic, follow me, Jessica Milagros. I'm going to be doing it tomorrow live at 1 p.m. And then I'm also going to start recapping the Sequester episodes. So I have a few people. I know it's just like so much. And I get you, Hannah. Like, I'm constantly watching so many things and I want to recap, but I personally love Sequester, and the last 2 episodes have been so amazing. So for those people who do not watch Sequester, the first 2 episodes are on YouTube, on Sequester Official. They're like about an hour and like 20 minutes long, but they're really good. If you like Big Brother, you more than likely would like something like this.
Yeah.
A lot of drama off the bat. So I like it because it doesn't, it's just like fast paced. So I like it. Yeah. So that's it. So thank you guys for joining us in Girl Let's Agree to Disagree. We love you. We love all of your support. Again, click like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, follow us on Instagram, and we will see you if you're going to join us on Thursday at 8 p.m. Bye.
Bye.
As I start figuring out how to turn this off. Okay, bye.